Hello, Virgo. Welcome into your mid-December reading. This is Lauren the Mystic, and I welcome you in if you are Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon. I do typically read for rising signs, but I always encourage you to check all of your placements, especially sun, moon, and rising, to hear more of the story. And I also would just encourage you, if you are drawn into this video, there is likely a message here for you today. So welcome in. I have just prayed, pre-shuffled, and pulled your cards for our energy read today, Virgos. And what I want to share with you is just some oracle messages about messages that are coming through from the angelic and spirit realm, here to help support you in your soul growth and what you're moving through. We will tie in a little bit of astrological transiting energies to help you kind of unpack the next few weeks ahead as we are concluding December 2024 and wrapping up this year. And we just had a full moon in Gemini, and we're still within the energies as I am recording this video now here for you. We're still within that energetic orb or field that is really on either side, a few days prior and a few days after any lunation. And so Mercury has also just stationed to go direct and is kind of at a standstill as it's shifting direction. And this is kind of a time where we're going to begin to start to see some of the work that's been going on through the retrogradation journey of Mercury, but I believe it's going to shine a light on Mars's journey. We're going to have some very powerful connections that will help us see things from a different vantage point, of two minds, if you will, which is really the theme of the Gemini full moon that we just moved through. So again, welcome in if you are returning. Thank you so much for coming back, for hanging out with me. And if you are new here to the channel, I thank you in advance for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. And I am running a fun little promotion. I am working to grow my channel because it is brand new. So for everyone who comments on a video, I will put your name into a good old-fashioned drawing, and we'll be choosing 3 names from a hat to do readings for. Individual personal readings that are going to each be a little unique, just as I'm called to do them. So I will be able to know who you are by the comment, and that will help me. So anyone commenting on any video at all, the month of December will enter you into that drawing. All right, let's get started. If you don't mind, Virgos, take a nice deep breath in through the heart with me. And really just bringing your full conscious awareness into a state of presence here with us, calling in your highest aspect of self and calling in your support team to be here with us as we move through unpacking the archetypal meanings behind these cards, knowing that the meanings are multifaceted. And so just bringing your own intuitive self forward and present to be here with us. Allow yourself to interpret the meanings of these cards as it applies to your own story. I may not explain it perfectly for your unique life, as this is a general reading. However, I do believe that your intuition can assist you in applying these energies perfectly on your behalf and for your highest good. So with that said, thank you again. Let's get started. The theme energetically for you right now is one of encouragement, and this is a really beautiful card to start off your reading with, Virgo, and it's about actually encouraging yourself as you would encourage others, as you uplift and notice the hard work and those around you. This is spirit guiding you to turn that energy on yourself, to do this for yourself, to notice where you are growing, how you are growing, and to really encourage yourself with uplifting messages. And so whether this be also advice to bring in perhaps a practice of utilizing some affirmations for yourself. Excuse my drink, Virgo. I am still working through this respiratory junk and I have that tickle in my throat. But encouragement is something that Spirit is guiding you to apply to your self-practice right now. So however that feels best for you, that might be in tuning into creating some really deep affirmations to help support you as you are moving through this period of time. We got this card for you last energy check-in, and here it is again, Virgo. So you're still in this deep process of what feels to me intuitively like shadow work, like a shadow work journey. I feel that you are leveling up energetically, and that's required you to go within, to really face some of your deeper fears that you haven't perhaps had the courage to face up to date. And something came along and shifted that for you. Something inspired you. Something created this shift that allows you to begin to do this deeper work. And I believe this card of encouragement is also showing up to really encourage yourself to acknowledge how far you've already been coming on the journey. We also have emotions are running high. So this came out just behind working through your fears. So what I was feeling is that as you're going through this process, this is really bringing up a lot of emotionality for you. And my guidance that came through was to take it step by step. And the interesting thing is, as I pulled your cards, I'm skipping forward quite a bit, but this is one of your guidance cards, is baby steps. And so what I'm hearing is only go at capacity for you. When the emotionality gets really high, when you encounter one of those more difficult or emotional waves, shall we say, that you might be working through in relationship to whatever journey you are on that's requiring you facing some fears, what you can think of it as is an expansion process. You are growing, and as you do so, you can expand gently, a little bit at a time. And so taking it in incremental steps, going only as far as you can go until you reach that point of, okay, this has become too uncomfortable. I need to take a breather for a moment, and allowing that to sort of help you set the pace, if you will, for whatever it is you're moving through. And your Earth Magic Oracle card is Stone People, Vigilance. And this is a really deep card, Virgo. It speaks to ancient energy. Stone people are ancient entities that have been on this earth for eons and eons of time. They have weathered the elements and maintained their form. However, the elements have etched markings into the surface. So there has been some weathering to the stones, to the stone people, by the elements, by what storms have kind of come and passed them by the cycles and the changes that have taken place in the environment around the stone people. It leaves a mark. And so this is a card about that, a card about things that we weather in our life that leave a mark on us, that can really impact who we are structurally, who we are foundationally. However, this is also a card that tunes us into the wisdom of our ancestors, the wisdom of the elders that's contained within the elements of the stones, within the rocks, within the foundational energies that are present. So it is a card of being able to pull upon this information that is innate to you through your own energetic DNA, through your ancestry. If you believe and happen to believe in potentially having lived other lifetimes in physicality on this planet, this is also a card of being able to pull from that body, that energetic stream of wisdom as you move through whatever challenge you might be moving through or whatever growth you might be moving through in life. This is your ability to call upon those elemental aspects of yourself. Okay? And this card also is about remaining vigilant at this time. There's something going on in your world that's requiring your vigilance. From a soul level, this is requiring your vigilance. And what vigilance means, it simply means opening up your mind, your senses to information as it's presented to you, and listening through your eyes, through your ears, listening through physical sensations within the body, and allowing yourself to be the observer of self. This vigilance allows you to take a deeper objective perspective, sort of a detached perspective of the information, the circumstances, the interactions that are actually presented to you right now, so that you can take this different view, to have a different view as well. This is a card that's really, really guiding you to listen to the somatic knowing, the gut feelings within your body. It's guiding you to listen to how your energy is responding to people, circumstances, things that are presented to you, specifically things that are at that deeper soul level. So the more significant relationships, if there's any significant changes, decisions, something like that, this is a card to be really vigilant and listen to what your body is also speaking to you. Because this speaks of an instinctual knowledge that only you can access through going inward and listening to the clues that are given to you through your intuition, through your energy responses, through the somatic knowing that emanates from your body, right, energetically, and then allowing yourself the opportunity to sort out those responses, to really kind of filter through them, examining the situation in consideration of that as a factor of what you're choosing. So you're not just using logic here. You're not just using your emotional heart response. You're also adding in these somatic, instinctual gut responses into how you are decision making from a deeper level. This is guidance of how you should take a position. So there must be something presenting itself to you where it is a big deal, right? Which way you're choosing to go. So your tarot messages, Virgo, about what is actually unfolding energetically for this second half of December, concluding this year, is first message out, Two of Air. This is you being unable or unwilling to make a decision about something deeply important. And this could be why the Stone People card came out, because it's guiding you as you're trying to figure out, how do I make a decision? You might feel like you are at a stalemate, or maybe you don't, you're not being honest fully with yourself about a problem that you're sensing, maybe intuitively or energetically, that you're not really wanting to look at or face, right? But it's creating maybe this difficulty, this energetic difficulty in actually making a decision. And we have that followed by the Five of Fire is the next card out, which talks about there's competing goals present, or some type of conflict or bothersome details in relationship to others, something that's not quite meshing energetically. And so it has you feeling in this kind of state of conflict, or even potentially competition in terms of the goals, or what you really aspire to, what you want. And we have that followed by the Seven of Earth, which is talking about seeds being well planted by you. This is a temporary pause, taking a temporary pause so that you can just allow things to germinate, right? Potentially taking a pause or taking a beat if things become too difficult with this conflict, or needing to just take some time and let things settle as you are really tuning in energetically, right? Facing some fears, really being honest with yourself, and just allowing yourself to come into this state of decision making. And I really do believe, again, with Mercury just stationing direct as I am recording this, we are going to start to receive greater amounts of clarity. So whatever you have been really deeply working on, moving through, if there's a decision at hand, I think if you allow yourself to sit with whatever starts to drop into your awareness, really sit with it, feel into it, like the Stone People are advising you to do. Feel energetically into what is coming into your awareness. Allow that to be your guide, allow that to be your guide, Virgos. Because then when we tuned in to your guidance, first things first, I drew a card for winter solstice. In the northern hemisphere, we will be experiencing winter solstice on December 21st. And that day, very symbolically, from a deep symbolic perspective, astrologically, is a day of pause. It's a day of stillness, really good to go within. And it's a day where we are experiencing the least amount of light, so the greatest amount of darkness. Darkest night of the year. And that is a time where we will begin our return into light. So we begin our return into light slowly, incrementally. Each day will become lighter and lighter as we go forward and move into springtime. But on this day, I pulled a card to ask for what is your highest guidance to advise you when you go into that state of pause and reflection. If you choose to do that, what is your highest advice? And we have karmic relationships that came out. This is Orion energy. This is about polarity. This is about your personal soul's growth. and about any conflict that you feel that's arising between maybe the sense of leaning more into the understanding that you are a soul inhabiting a body and might have a higher purpose, and leaning away from some of those ideas that are very typically egocentric type of ideas pertaining to this lifetime only, meaning what goals might you have just for this individual lifetime that are related to things that might have to do with societal norms, or things that you are choosing because it's an expectation that you might choose that. Society is expecting you, your parents, your social group, your peers, perhaps your friends, your family. Maybe there is a pattern that you are meant to sit with, understand, hold the polarity of within yourself as part of your soul growth right now, really to guide you into where do you, again, how is your energy speaking to you here? Are you making decisions that are truly right for you, that are energetically saying, hell yes, Virgo, this is the way to go? Or is there something over here holding you back where you're like, I am not fully expressing an aspect of who I want to be or how I'm feeling led in this life, because there is this conflict right now that I'm working through? And perhaps, Virgo, perhaps that is what is this, you facing some of your fears. Maybe these competing goals are internal competing goals, the goals of competition between the 3D world and the 5D world, your individual sense of this lifetime versus your soul sense of all of yourself as an eternal being, and your soul growth as this eternal aspect of self, right? And this card popped out as I was shuffling your guidance card. So I knew I wanted to take it. I felt like it was very specific advice for you that leads us through the rest of, the conclusion of this reading, which is, Virgo, healing is happening. And don't you ever for one moment, beautiful, beautiful Virgo, do not ever believe that there is anything broken about yourself, anything wrong. This is a card for you to really soften, to trust the process, to know that you, by facing your fears, by being courageous, which, look at what's your first card out, by the by. Speaking of courageous, the courageous peony. Sorry about tripping over my words here. But Virgo, darling, healing is happening, and there's nothing wrong with you. Whatever feelings you are feeling that is leading you into the state of polarity, state of conflict, not sure which direction to go, you're being asked to be courageous, to really, really lean into your own unique, multifaceted nature, to trust yourself, to let yourself be seen, but to trust your inner knowing, to trust those sparks within you. Because when you do, what happens is you open and you radiate your energy in such a way that not only are you, encouraging yourself by doing so, but you're encouraging everyone around you. Okay? And then we've also got the guidance and support card, Weight of the World, which is really, Virgo, it's about really holding your energetic boundaries for yourself, okay? Your boundaries are meant to keep you contained in a state of safety. It's the space around you where you feel safe, to be seen. It's what you need to be nourished, to be held, to be loved properly, with respect, to hold you in a way that you deserve to be held, and to release, to let go of this conflict, of whatever is not yours to carry, which I am intuitively hearing as the expectations of others. I feel that you're at a crossroads, really, Virgos, some of you, of letting go of the expectations of others, doing what is in alignment with your own soul's path. And you're following that based on this intuitive, somatic, felt knowing, right? And it's all about baby steps, Virgo. So go easy on yourself, darlings. This is an action card, so it's saying to continue to take the same action steps you have been. Lean into, little bit by little bit, working through your fears. Really lean into, little bit by little bit, trusting yourself more. Trusting your energy, trusting what you hear, what you feel, allowing that to guide you. Follow your intuition. This card says follow your intuition before it makes sense to you. It's leading the way. There's something very ancient leading the way here that is part of your energy. So continue to encourage yourself, give yourself affirmations, hold yourself in a loving space. Okay, Virgo, I hope this has been supportive. Don't forget to drop a comment, enter yourself to win a reading. I am wishing you so much love as we conclude this year, and I hope that this helps you at a deep level, in a nourishing way, to really be this beautiful, allow yourself to be seen, you know. I'm feeling such beautiful energy from this reading, Virgo. So much love to you. Take care. Bye-bye.